How dangerous is underwater welding? If you've ever wondered what it's like to weld underwater, you're about to find out just how risky this job can be. Let's dive into the details to understand the dangers involved in underwater welding. Underwater welding is a highly specialized job that requires extensive training and unique skills. These welders often work on offshore oil rigs and pipelines, and while the pay can be lucrative, the risks are extremely high. In fact, underwater welders have the highest fatality rate of any occupation, with an estimated 15% fatality rate. To put this into perspective, loggers and fishermen, who are also in high-risk jobs, have fatality rates of less than 0.2%. This means underwater welders are more than 75 times as likely to die on the job compared to some of the most dangerous occupations in the U.S. One of the biggest threats underwater welders face is electric shock. Since they are working with electrical equipment in water, the risk of electrocution is always present. The equipment must be waterproof and properly insulated to prevent this, but even with precautions, the risk remains high. Another significant danger is the risk of explosions. When welding underwater, gases like hydrogen and oxygen can form and get trapped. If these gases are ignited, they can cause lethal explosions. To prevent this, welders must vent any areas that could trap gas and ensure that gases are properly managed and released to the surface. Drowning is also a constant risk, even for experienced welders. A failure in the scuba gear or getting entangled in equipment can lead to drowning. The differential pressures underwater can also make it difficult to detect and escape from dangerous situations. Decompression sickness, or diver's disease, is another serious risk. This occurs when divers move too quickly between different pressure zones, inhaling harmful gases that can be fatal if not managed correctly. The extreme pressure at great depths also poses long-term health risks, including ear, lung, and nose damage. Additionally, underwater welders have to navigate through murky waters with limited visibility, deal with unexpected obstacles, and be aware of marine wildlife, such as sharks. The cold temperatures underwater can also lead to hypothermia, which can cause metabolic issues or even organ failure if not addressed promptly. The lack of updated safety standards adds to the danger. OSHA's standards for commercial diving haven't been updated since 1978, despite significant changes in diving equipment and practices over the years. This lack of revision can put underwater welders at greater risk. To mitigate these risks, offshore companies and maritime employers must ensure that their divers receive extensive training and certification. They must also implement and enforce strict safety standards, maintain and repair diving equipment regularly, and closely supervise the welders during their tasks. In summary, underwater welding is an extremely dangerous job due to the combination of electrical risks, explosive gases, drowning hazards, decompression sickness, and other environmental challenges. While safety measures can reduce the likelihood of accidents, the inherent dangers of this profession make it one of the most risky jobs out there.